and welcome everyone, Tyrael here, and on a recent video someone commented, hey, you should check out what Loons do in the defense clan castle. And that was on my last defense video, and lo and behold, on my next clan war, literally right after reading that comment, it became apparent that we were up against a clan who 90% of their players were using Loons in the defense clan castle, and I saw a lot of what they did, and a lot of how to deal with them, and a lot of what they're best against. And I want to show that to you guys. If you haven't already guessed by the title, there is something it's particularly good against. So if people are using GoWiPe, you may want to try and use Loons in the defense clan castle. You know, test it out. If you're up against a clan you know is going to use GoWiPe, you might want to toss a few in there. And you're going to see why. So basically, I didn't know at this point that there were Loons in the defense clan castle. I didn't know that's what they were using. And I just went in with my regular 5 Golem GoWiPe. You know, easy 2-star, maybe a 3-star if I get it right. Obviously, I didn't start out getting it right because my wall breakers are going off in random directions, but at least my jump's getting me there. I got an easy chance at the town hall. My archer queen's going the right direction. And then these Loons come out. And I'm like, okay, it's Loons. My archer queen will take them down before they're any real trouble. But the balloons got off a drop. And you know what I'm left with? I went from 5 P.E.K.K.A to 3 P.E.K.K.A and had to use my Barbarian King's ability. My Barbarian King literally almost died. His health was just a little red sliver when I was using his ability. And all my P.E.K.K.A at this point are gone. It blew up all of my P.E.K.K.A, it landed, it killed a Golem, it took out most of my Barbarian King's health, and it took out 3 of my P.E.K.K.A and put 1 of them at very low health. And now at this point, I'm not going to get 19% with a couple of wizards. But, I mean, I'm not going to totally give up, so I'm just going to deploy all the rest of my troops, try and get a little bit more percentage. But there's nothing I can do. It's going to be a 1-star. They kept me to a 1-star, even with maxed heroes and 5 P.E.K.K.A, because my P.E.K.K.A can't target it, so my P.E.K.K.A just get blown up. And it's not just me who had this problem. We have a lot of people who didn't know that they had balloons in the defense clan castles, so we went in with GoWiPe. They went in just like me, and they went ahead, and they got the same results. So we got Stud Muffin coming in against Ali, and he's coming from the correct side. He's coming in from the corner with a GoWiPe. If you're using a GoWiWi, you want to come from the long, flat side so your skeletons will spread out and clear a lot. But if you come from the long, flat side with a GoWiPe, you're just going to get your P.E.K.K.A wandering up and down and all around the town hall. You want to funnel them in through the corner. So it's starting off pretty good. He's not really losing any troops majorly. He lost a wizard there to the wizard tower. He lost maybe 1 to that giant bomb. His P.E.K.K.A are going in the right direction. And this giant bomb right here is going to kill 1 more wizard. It's not a big deal. He's lost 3 wizards and he's almost to the town hall. And that king, the skeleton trap, and the archers in the clan castle are going to bring all his troops in there. Decent freeze. I don't think he could have done much better with the freeze. Obviously, you can't freeze air troops. That's the strength of the balloons. And they dropped and killed 2 of his P.E.K.K.A and almost killed a 3rd one. Pretty much the same thing that happened with me, and his king also took a nice hit, but only lost about a 1/3 of his health. He got clipped by it. So he lost a huge chunk of his army, at least a 1/3 of his army, to that 1 drop the balloons got off. So this is looking good for the balloons in the clan castle. If you're up against something with a lot of ground troops or a lot of troops that group up, balloons in the clan castle are good. They really are. And I've used them a couple times. I've had them help me win. In some old videos, I remember there's balloons that just came in and they blew up the golems. Actually, my duo with Termitator. My golems went in and then they exploded because there were 7 balloons in the clan castle. I was using all golems, and they exploded. They were all gone. In the end, it's a 1-star, 40%. A little more percentage than I got, but still a 1-star. Basically, what's happening is the majority of his army gets killed by that 1 drop. But right here, we have Mayback going against this guy. This guy with all his letters and numbers in his name. Not even going to try. Not even going to try. But he is breaking the walls first. Personally, I don't do that because you lose a lot of wall breakers doing it. It took him 4 wall breakers to get through that 1 wall. He's going in now. He's with his golems. I usually deploy my golems first. I guess it's personal preference. He's going to go a little bit wide on this, a little bit wider than I would have. If I was going all the way up there, I would have gone straight from the corner instead of from the side and the corner of the top. It's a little bit wide, maybe. He doesn't need to clear all of that. And he's going in with wizards. His wizards are doing pretty good. They haven't really been targeted by much. King, queen, and all his witches are now down. And he's going to be breaking through the wall manually. The clan castle hasn't come out yet, but it's going to come out as soon as he gets through that wall. He's just barely out of range of it. That expo is taking a while to go down. But here comes the clan castle, and you got the balloons in the clan castle. You got, ooh, nasty giant bomb. Oh, that was not good. But watch what happens with these balloons. He can only freeze that one inferno up there. He can't freeze the loons, but he takes them all out. They're all stuck on the skeletons. It's not just the witches, it's the fact that he's so much ranged. With all that ranged power, he actually can take out the balloons before they can even get to any of his melee troops. And the witch skeletons, they just help. The witch skeletons are a target for the balloons. So against GoWiPe, balloons in Clan Castle, they don't do crap. They don't do anything. Now he's just mopping up with his Archer Queen. And he only has a couple percentage left. It's at 49. And nope, his Archer Queen decided to pick the highest health thing there and target it. Because that's obviously the smartest way to get 1%, is to target the thing that takes the longest to kill. But he had a couple archers left, so he's taking out that elixir collector. And no, you cannot get that builder hut. It's obviously too close. But he's just going to let it run through for the last few seconds. So am I. I'm just going to let this replay run through. And he gets 50%, 2 stars. Pretty good, considering that those balloons screwed everyone else over. So it's Mayback again. He's coming in against Alawi 890, and he likes to come from the left side, it seems. I've seen some of his attacks, and a lot of them seem to come from the left side. It's just personal preference. He's a little bit too generous with the wall breakers. These are level 6 and 7 walls. Those are max level wall breakers. You can tone it down a bit. You can deploy like 3 of them, not 10 of them. And he's going in with his witches already. His third golem's down. It's actually not getting ahead of the witches yet. And of course, just like 90% of their players, literally only like 2 of their players didn't have balloons in the clan castle, we see balloons in the clan castle. Kind of annoying. And they go straight in for that golem right there, it looks like they're going for. But the witches and all that, they take it out. I think maybe 1 drop gets off from 1 balloon. That's only 690 damage for a golem with over 5,000 health. It does nothing. Those witches and wizards take it down. It's not just the witch skeletons, it's all of the ranged. What you need to do to deal with those loons in the clan castle, you need to use ranged. You can't be using P.E.K.K.A and stuff. Unfortunately, that's my go-to army, but looks like anytime I come across that in Clan Wars now, I'm going to have to use GoWiPe because I got no choice whatsoever. Using GoWiPe against this is how you get a loss or 1 star. And now he's actually only got 44%. This guy did have low level walls, but his defenses are actually pretty high leveled. So it's one of those bases where it's a real imbalance between the walls and the defense levels. He's got level 11 and 12 and 13 defenses, and he's got level 6 and 7 walls. So he looks weaker than he actually is. Now, with only 10 seconds left, he's already gotten the 2nd star, setting off a couple of giant bombs, whatever. But 51% 2 star. And there's 1 replay left. I know this has been a long video, but there's 1 replay left. So this is how to use GoWiPe against loons in the clan castle. You gotta lure. That's the one thing. People have been not luring. I don't lure anymore. I guess I'm gonna have to if I want to use GoWiPe, or I'm gonna have to use GoWiPe. If you don't lure, you're not gonna be able to do it. You do not want to use a GoWiPe with no lure against someone who has balloons in the clan castle. It doesn't end well, as you've seen throughout this thing. Use GoWiPe or use a lure. You got that as your only choices. And if you can't lure the clan castle, do not attack it. Don't waste your attack. And if you find it in matchmaking and you've already gone in with GoWiPe, what would I do? Personally, I would just pray. At that point, all you can do is pray that they go and only hit a golem instead of your Barbarian King and your P.E.K.K.A. Because once your Barbarian King and your P.E.K.K.A. are down, your raid's over. You got your queen, you gotta hope she takes the town hall, and that's all you can do. I don't think he needed to deploy that golem. He should not have deployed that golem right there. He deployed the golem to try and distract the balloons so it wouldn't kill his ranged troops, but the witch skeletons were actually doing a perfectly good job of that as well. So he didn't need to waste a full golem. When you're luring, think before deploying a golem. If you absolutely need to deploy one of your golems or giants or whatever you're using as a tank, just to distract the clan castle troops that you absolutely have to, then go ahead and do it. But remember, these clan castle troops do a lot more damage than the regular defenses do, so your troops are going to go down a lot faster. You drop a golem underneath some balloons or you drop a golem in front of some wizards, you're sacrificing that golem. That golem is going to split before he gets through the first wall. And you have to remember, that's a huge handicap. Are you willing to take it? Are you willing to take the handicap of not having one of your tank troops, or one group of your tank troops if you're using giants. And he's already gotten the town hall. Look at this. He already melted through the base. He spent a while on the outside, but it only took him a very short time to get down to the town hall. He's already at 41%. And notice, even though this base isn't maxed, neither is his heroes or all of his troops, so it's not like he should blow through this base. It's a decent base for him to attack with what he's got. And those are max level Tesla. Tesla are nasty. Tesla do a lot of damage. I think, yeah, Tesla are some of the best defenses in the game, and they always have been. Tesla have always been one of the best defenses, one of the most important things to upgrade in the entire game. And they always will be unless they drastically change them. They may have a short range though, but they make up for that in being sneaky. They're hidden Tesla, they're hidden. But he's already gotten the second star a long time ago. He's at 60%. He's just running through trying to see how far he can get, and Tim is not going to get the 3-star, but Tim did pretty damn well. And there's only a couple seconds left before we wrap up our final raid. So what to take away from this? If you're up against someone in Clan Wars and they're using Loons in the clan castle, either lure or don't use any heavy melee armies. Do not use P.E.K.K.A. Just because P.E.K.K.A. and Golems have a ton of health, that doesn't mean they're going to survive the balloons. So I personally wouldn't put balloons in my clan castle in matchmaking. I mean, GoWiPe is used a fair amount here, but they're going to lure, or it's not going to work out right. But in Clan Wars, if you're in the Town Hall 10 clan, toss some balloons in that clan castle. Toss like 3 or 4 in there. It'll actually work pretty well. And I think I'm going to start doing that with my Clan Wars. I'm also going to need to switch up my Clan Wars base, because apparently it's not working too well. I find that a little bit odd, considering that it's worked well in the past and it just stopped working a few weeks ago. But, you know what? In terms of Loons in the clan castle, if people are using GoWiPe against you a lot, or are going to, do it. If not, don't do it. And if you're attacking someone who has Loons in the clan castle, take those words of advice. Don't use a GoWiPe unless you're going to lure. You're going to lose your entire army. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Tyrael, out.